Hi, everybody. Week 4. It's the last week of Unit 1, the discourse community thing about words that matter to you, to your discourse community and to you. First of all, I want to apologize for the screw up on the assignment due dates. I had them right in my notes. I just uploaded into Brightspace wrong. Anyway, I'm sorry. The rough drafts, the shitty first drafts are due now. And then the revised drafts, which I'm going to talk about, are due on Wednesday, the end of the day, Wednesday, the 25th. That's next week. So I apologize for all the confusion, totally on me. Okay. So now let's talk about what we're going to do for this week. Let me share my screen here. And I've already put the sort of the assignments, the schedule more or less right up here in the announcements page. So the brief overview of what we're doing this week is you make sure your shitty first draft is in the drive. Then you're going to read a bit and peruse all about how to give good, meaningful, peer response praise. And after you do that, there's a couple of little activities to do in that reading. And then after you do that, you'll go over to the drive and pick a couple of your classmates' drafts to read and leave comments on them. Then after that, you'll take the notes that everybody leaves, including me. I'll make notes on everybody's. I'm going to try to get them done by the end of the day, Saturday. We'll see what happens. And then you're going to revise your draft. And then by next Wednesday, you'll upload it to Brightspace. Okay, so that's sort of the general overview of it. So first of all, this is the schedule that's in the unit descriptions. Here's the drive for 0594. It's the same. The other one could be the same. Looks pretty much the same, but it's pretty full. So here they are. And again, if you want to, kind of choose which ones you want to read, if you go over to your discourse community Padlet, you might see somebody who's working on the same thing that you are, or something that you're really interested in. We got a couple of people talking about nails. Okay, so you may want to read the other person's thing to see how they addressed it. So this is one good way to actually decide whose you want to read. Okay, so that's just a suggestion. And go back over here. So once you've got yours uploaded, before you start leaving notes, you go over here to peruse all. And here's giving good notes. Giving good notes. Okay, so here it is. Now, most people really hate peer review. A lot of instructors do it where you have to fill out a sheet and you say what you think it's about, and you do grammar, spelling, and punctuation changes, and it's really kind of dreadful. Now, working writers like me, we don't do it that way. We read it, and we leave notes, and we talk about what we like, and we talk about what's not working for us. And it gets to be kind of chaos, and it's a lot of fun, and it works really well because then you can kind of think about what you're doing. So that's the workshop or note-giving model that I always use. And so we're going to replicate that in a way here by using the Google Drive instead of doing peer review worksheets. So this is how to start giving good notes. You always start by doing something positive, saying something that you like. Because when you're doing this kind of note session or workshopping session, you're reading like a reader, not like a writer. And when you're reading like a reader, all you're interested in is whether you understand what they're saying and whether you liked it or not. And if you're really, thoughtful about it, what it was that you did or didn't like the most. So that's the approach that we should be taking when we give each other notes and feedback. So that's what this article is all about. Okay, couple of things I want to say just before I show you what's going on here. If you have trouble finding the conversations, couple of things to do, make sure this one's clicked on all comments, although you can find your comments, you can find a specific person's comments. The default is all, and then you click on these little bubbles over here. This is all conversations, and it'll pop up everything. Right, so it'll give you a chance. You can see everything that's on there. If it's bold-faced, it means you haven't looked at it yet. That's all that means. Okay, so this is how to find them more easily. So this is I really like this. Again, it's another one of these articles from the same source as the discourse community place. And he talks about what a typical note session's like, how people approach it, things they do, the things that are annoying. And then he talks about ways to do it better, and that's actually more useful, and things that people don't like about those kinds of peer review sessions and all that kind of good stuff. So, so there are two, how to write meaningful praise. So there are two things, two little practice sessions. One's here, and this one, I want you to do this one, which is to read this little thing after you've read all this stuff right here, and say, you know, two or three sentences what you like about what she wrote and why. And then you just put your comment on here. So you can just, you don't have to highlight anything. You just go ahead and reply to this one. I think you can do that. If not, you click on it and then just hit reply to it. All right, you click on this and then reply. Same thing down here for our practice session 2. This one's a little bit different, but it's the same kind of attitude. I like the way you, okay. And same thing, what you liked about it and what you maybe didn't like about it. And I think you guys have got my entire screen instead of just the box. It's life. It's the way things have been going the last couple of weeks. So this is the perusal reading. It gives you practice on doing the positive things. Now the other things, the other kind of notes that you can give are things that are, you know, you can leave a comment. This confused me a little bit, or can you tell me more? I think this is really interesting. What else have you got? Or can you explain this? Or have you thought about this? Or, right. So you're having a nice conversation about what they could do with it based on your response as a reader. So you're responding like a reader. So that's what you're doing with the comments for the other people. Again, once you get those done, then you take all the notes, you do a revision, and then you upload it into assignments, which is right here. Unit 1, click on it, and you just, this is all of you. So this is you as a learner. Click on assignments. Thank you, Ruby. And this will tell you, you know, what we've been doing, right? Or what you need to do. Just to revise your rough draft, save it as a Word doc. It's a lot easier for me to do feedback on it, and then upload it here. And you can, if you want to leave me a note, leave me a note. I'll see it when I get in to read it. So I think that's it. That takes care of everything that we're doing this week. If you have problems, if you want to talk about your rough draft after you're getting notes back from me and other people, let me know. We'll Zoom, you know, we'll go over together. We can just chat about it on Slack. That's okay too. So whatever you want to do is fine, but get in touch. Let me know how things are going, and good luck with everything. And we'll see you next week.